Welcome on in, everyone, to the Supermate 64 podcast. You are joined with the lovely Spudling and me, your host, Pikachu. I introduced each other backwards for some reason. Why not? So welcome on in.
I'm first for once.
Yeah, I know. Welcome on in, Spudling. How are you doing?
I'm very well. It's been a bit of a hiatus, but it's really good to be back.
We do have a reason for that. And I'm sure people will be understanding when we say what the reason is.
We're lazy.
We're lazy. There is that, but also there was a pretty good release of a very fun game that happened recently. You may have heard of Pokopia. You know,
Did we also mention we're lazy?
And that too, yeah. But you know a game is good when you just drop everything else and focus on playing it. So, but yeah. So to introduce the topics that we're going to talk about today, so we will be talking a little bit about Pokopia, our thoughts and quick reviews. I know we're a little bit late on that, and it's probably very talked about already, but we've been having a blast. We may as well talk about the fun stuff we've done with it so far. After that, we'll be talking about the Super Mario Galaxy movie that is 3 days away from release. Can't believe it's coming up so quickly. But we're very excited for that movie coming up. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. So we're gonna talk a little bit about the movie, maybe our hopes and predictions, who we want to see. Because, you know, who knows what's going to be in it. Sometimes it's a bit of a mismatch, so we're going to have a little chat about that. And also as well, Super Mario Wonder, the DLC came out. I forgot the title already, but we will talk.
Bellabelle Park.
That's it. So much has come out recently. It's hard to get on top of. But yeah, we'll talk about that Super Mario Wonder DLC, the first impressions of it. We'll talk about that. And then later on, if we still have a bit of time, we'll talk about our Mario memories. 40th anniversary. There's 40 years of memories, eh? There's a lot to talk about. So, you know, settle
It's
down,
at least 5.
settle down, get relaxed, and yeah, we'll jump right into it. So, Pokopia. The reason we are late with the podcast. Not that we really have a schedule. How have you been enjoying?
We're right on time.
Yeah, how have you been enjoying Pokopia?
It's been, schedule-wise, absolutely crippling.
Yeah, I know, right?
Because especially some of the buildings that you've only got a few hours left on, I'll find I'm setting up some different buildings. I'm having lots ready to go for my town, leaving to do stuff on a cloud map.
Yeah.
Getting up, gonna go sort a meal, making sure I'm still fed, and then coming back, and then I've got a whole nother pile of to-do lists to do. I didn't really expect it to have this much content at this stage, but I've been lucky enough that I actually grinded out the story quick enough to unlock all the features, which I won't mention too much if someone's still behind in it.
Yeah.
But just having everything unlocked for the cloud map and playing that online with others has been, mind the pun, but game-changing. It's been amazing.
Yeah, I think for a lot of people, it's been a bit of a surprise release, as in people didn't expect it to be as good as it has been. I think they didn't. I mean, there was some trailers, and I believe there was a direct about Pokopia as well, but they didn't really dive into exactly how fun it is. Well, not exactly how fun, but yeah, they shared some details about it. You know, like you could tell straight away from the early trailers, okay, this is kind of like a cozy building game, you know, but I think there's a lot of heart in it, you know. It's not until you start to play it that you realize that, you know, a lot of people say, like, I actually care about the Pokemon now. You know, like I actually care about all these little Pokemon that I'm building habitats for and building houses for, and they've all got personalities. So it's been a really nice surprise. I think just that's what you want with a game sometimes. It's boring if they release the same slop all the time. Getting something a little bit refreshing is pretty good. And would you compare it to Animal Crossing? Because a lot of people are. What's your thoughts on that?
kind of think of it as a safe hybrid between Animal Crossing and Dragon Quest Builders, if
Yes.
anyone's ever played that.
Yeah.
So not too overly ambitious that has all the features of your Dragon Quest Builder, but you can definitely see where they've taken inspiration from.
Yeah, I believe it's the same developer as well, Koei Tecmo. So you can tell that this isn't the first time they've built a builders style game before. Like they know they built, I think there's 2 Dragon Quest Builders 1 and 2. So they've
Yes.
like kind of perfected the building formula with the Dragon Quest games, and except the main difference that people do pull out is obviously Pokopia has no fighting, whereas Dragon Quest Builders has the monsters and that fighting in it. So it's interesting that, because that's a big part. Not, I haven't played a heap of builders, but I know that builders themselves have a really good following. Like there's some people that have created some amazing stuff with that. So to take that over to a little bit very casual, even more of a casual style game with Pokopia, it's been just the best mishmash of stuff. It's like they just, everything that they decided to put in Pokopia is just really quality, and people pick up on that. Like it feels really fun and rewarding, because games, it's good when they're rewarding, when you create something, when you do something and you feel like, well, I've got this, and then you keep getting fed those little quests. Like you keep getting asked by the different Pokemon, oh, I want this, I want that, I want this, and it's like you do it, and then they're so happy, like, and that gives you that hook that just makes you wanna keep playing. But I do really like the way, I actually like how sometimes with the Pokemon, when you build the habitats and then you ask them like, are you comfortable, what do you need? And then they ask for things like, oh, it's too bright, oh, it's too dark, or I want a toy or something.
I want
like
some
that.
toys. That's my favourite.
It's so sweet. And I actually like when they're fussy sometimes. It's so funny because, like they'll go like, it's too, I think I saw like a couple of videos that people have made where like a Pokemon's like, it's too dark. And they were like, okay, so they put a lamp down, they turn the lamp on. And then the Pokemon's like, it's still too dark. So they put 10 lamps down as street lights. And they asked him,
And that's better.
And the Pokemon's like, yeah, that's slightly better. There's like 10 street lights in his house.
You tried.
And that's the real kind of like, the real hook, like it's really funny sometimes. Some of the like dialogue that the Pokemon have, like they could have cookie cutted all the dialogue. They could have been like, okay, the fire Pokemon say this, okay, the water Pokemon say that, but they didn't. They were like, okay, this Pokemon has these characteristics, and we're going to make them talk as if they had those characteristics. Like it feels very individualized for each of the Pokemon. And that's just fun, like, that's it's really like enjoyable to kind of get to know the different Pokemon. And like I think of early on in the game, there's I think the very first world you're in, you build a Slowpoke habitat. And I remember, like, okay, I built
the start. Oh.
So I built the habitat and I got the Slowpoke. I'm like, yay, I get that. And they were like, you need to get the Slowpoke to go to the Poke Center or whatever, or to a different spot. And I'm like, okay, cool. And so you make a path for him, and he walks very slow because he's Slowpoke. Like, obviously.
And not on the path that you've just built for him either.
I know, right? And that's when it really clicked to me. I'm like, they actually really thought about this. They were like, what would Slowpoke be like if Slowpoke was walking? It's like, well, slow as, like that's what would. So yeah, it's just the little extra details and care that they've put into all of the quests, all of the Pokemon, and all of the story. I feel like, to me, I think that's really enjoyable, and I think it's meaning a lot to other people as well, because like cozy games have been around for a long time, and I think that's probably, that my first reaction when I saw Pokopia was like, okay, another cozy game, woohoo, like there's a million of them, but that level of detail where the Pokemon have individual characteristics and stories, and you care about them and you want to make them comfy and you want to build nice homes for them, that part wasn't really shared in the trailers. And I also feel like Animal Crossing, for example, doesn't really do that in the newer games. Of course, everyone's Animal Crossing experience is different. But I know there is a discussion of like the older Animal Crossing games, the characters were hilarious. You know, like they were so grumpy and so rude in a comical way. And that meant that, like, you know, you really cared about them. But in the newer games, they have, with Animal Crossing particularly, they did a bit of cookie cutter. Well, this is a jockey villager, or this is a sporty one, or this is a lazy one, and they've just like cookie cutted them all, so they're not as individual as they used to be. Some characters are, but not all of them aren't, and so that part has been missed from the cozy game genre for a really long time. And Pokopia is like, no, let's do it, you know. So that's my theory as to why it's kind of exploded. I you know, I mean, there's lots of different, everyone's gonna have a different experience with it, but yeah, it's refreshing and it's fun.
I think what I've been getting caught up with is I'm just going to finish up in the next 20-30 minutes, so I put down a whole bunch of habitats. So I'm like, oh yeah, by the time I wake up and play the next day, I'll have a couple Pokemon. But then right as I shut down, I've got a little Squirtle in the background, like, whoa, is someone there?
Yeah,
some rustling flowers, and then
you're hooked.
A third level evolution spawns from it, and it's like, as he spawns in, you're like, oh my god, then even Squirtle at the same time, it's like, whoa!
Yeah,
he's excited for you.
Yeah, and the way they react as well to things around you is so much fun too. You know, like, again, that adds to the development of you caring about the Pokemon, because, you know, like when you put a decoration on their habitat, and then maybe you're like, oh, I'll just pick it up and move it, and they're all like, what have you done?
They walk around all miserable and depressed, like, my life means nothing now.
It's like, my coffee cup. Where is my coffee cup? And you're like, fine, here it is, I'll put it back. So
I've been pretty bad for it, and I've been quite lazy in a sense that if a few Pokemon wants toys, I'll just make a whole bunch of wooden blocks and chuck them all down. And then I've just got wooden blocks sprawled out everywhere. And
yeah, I got a bit lazy with, I just put like the smaller leaf hut dens everywhere, just so they had something to start off with. I mean, you know, you can always go back and change things. But yeah, it's a really good. It's never gonna end. You know, like, this game is here to stay, and I feel like because of the success, it's gonna get a long history of updates. I mean, if they want to keep making it good, then that's what they'll do. Because that's another thing that Animal Crossing has failed with. You know, like, they haven't updated it. Like, even just the Nintendo Switch 2 version that they released recently. Well, yes, it's good that came out. It was so unexpected. It's just like, you know, like, oh, hey, you guys still playing Animal Crossing? You haven't been burnt out from playing the same stuff for ages? Here's an update, like, all these years later, you know. So I'm hoping that they don't. I'm hoping that they've learned from that, and that they keep adding new things, and, you know, quality of life updates as well. Hopefully, I think, yeah, we briefly mentioned we're hoping for a creative mode of some sort.
Or a bit more of a creative, because once, obviously, just without spoiling anything, once you finish the story, you unlock an ability that essentially does feel like more of a creative mode, but you're still locked behind getting all the items and pretty much essentially playing from scratch. It's just moving is a bit easier.
Yeah, you still have to kind of manually collect the items.
Yes.
So I feel like, I mean, I hope they release something like that in the future. I think that would be really good, because people have been creating some amazing stuff at the moment.
It's been crazy.
It's been really interesting. See, I've seen like a underground subway that someone built, you know, just like in Japan, and I've seen a Family Mart convenience store, you know, where you walk in and it goes dun, 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 just like the store. And yeah, it's exciting. The creativity that it's bringing out in different people, and it is very cozy. You know, like, you can play it at any speed. You know, I know you've been very focused to get through the story, to unlock everything, to complete stuff. I've played it a little bit slower. I'm about 3/4 of the way through. Just kind of unlocked a couple of the last towers, I think, because it does make it easier. To
Absolutely
to craft a few more things. But every map that I've been going to, it's just been so good. Like, it's a real treat the way you progress through the game. and then the powers that you unlock, and then each area feels different and refreshing, you know, because that's the other thing that Animal Crossing has, where you have your island, but you're kind of stuck with your island that whole time. And you've got the seasons, but that's only related to real life time. So, you know, like summer could be 3 months. 3 months of your time with Animal Crossing could be summer, and it's like you want to see the other seasons. Whereas with the different maps that you go to in Pokopia, then you can go somewhere else and you go, oh, the season's a little bit different. I hope they put more seasonal stuff in. Hopefully, we'll see.
Surely we're going to be getting. Obviously, there was the Hop-Hip event to sort of kick off the game.
Yeah.
We're surely going to be getting loads more limited time events. Obviously, I prefer if they weren't limited, but obviously these are long enough. Hop-Hip's been available for so long, and the needs to get Hop-Hip's items have been so small, it sort of cancels itself out of it being sort of semi-limited.
Yeah.
So it's just been really enjoyable.
It has been. It's been.
I think the really cloud features they've got with friends. Obviously, me and Hungy have played. We've got a cloud map that even you've jumped in for a little bit and you built your house. And
I built a crystal
being able
house.
being able to join it whenever you want, which quite often is locked behind. It's kind of like a Minecraft realm if I was to compare it to anything.
Yep.
But being able to just jump in from day one of the game to a cloud map that you don't need us to be in, although it may not have been you that started it, you being able to play it whenever you want has been a really big welcoming change. And they could have easily had that locked behind a subscription.
Oh yeah, well it's like they've been very generous with the online services as well, and it just works, you know. And that's the great part of it as well, you know. Like this is version 1 of the game, okay? This is the first release. And there was no like, hey, wait for it, we'll get the online services done later. No, it just works. You can go on those cloud maps and you can have a lot of fun with all of your friends. And it's really good. Like, what a quality game. What a quality surprise release. So I'm excited for more updates of that. And yeah, definitely I'm up to 40 hours now, but I'm sure I'll hit 100 at some point with this game. You know,
I better have that story finished by next podcast.
Pretty much, yeah. I gotta build a farm. But yeah, no, what a great game. So yeah, check it out if you haven't already. Highly recommend it. I could talk for an hour about it, honestly, but we'll cut it short there for now. Unless you had any final thoughts.
Just jump on it. If there's something you're umming and ahhing about, jump on it. At least try it.
For sure. If you can get a copy of it or download. It's still around. Alright, so yeah, moving on to the Super Mario Galaxy movie. And to talk about Super Mario Galaxy
soon.
movie, I'm going to show this to you. Get you hyped for it. I'm very excited. So 3 days until that comes out. April 1st. So just this morning, or actually it was last night, on the Nintendo Today app, they have some recordings of a press event for the movie. It's okay. The actors all just kind of say hello. I watched about 20 minutes of it. You know, it's got a bit of information in there, so they're talking about that. I think they did a premiere in Kyoto. Yeah, it's in Kyoto. So, but yeah, very, very excited for this movie. So yeah, because for me, for Galaxy is actually kind of newer games for me. They were ones that I didn't play because I didn't have a Wii until very late in its life, and then by the time I got a Wii, pretty much the Wii U came in as well, so I had skipped these games. But luckily, Nintendo released the dual pack of Galaxy 1 and 2 on the Switch, so I have been playing through that and catching up on the Galaxy games, which has been really fun. They're really good.
You regret missing out on them when they first released?
I don't regret missing out on it. I'm catching up on a lot of the Mario games, and we'll talk more about why in the Mario memory section later on in the podcast. But you know, like they're older games. You know, they're like 10, 15 years old. Can you believe it?
Oh, there's a few more coming up on this day, which is going to make you feel even older.
Oh no, it's like when people say the Wii is retro, I die inside. But it is what it is, isn't it? You know, it is a bit retro.
You can't avoid it.
But yeah, so I've been very much enjoying the Galaxy games, and of course as well, I wanted to make sure I had a bit of an idea of how the game's story, so I could kind of see where the movie's going to go. Though that said, though, the first Mario movie was, I mean, who could have predicted the way the story went? They kind of used elements of everything, really, with the first one. So I'm expecting that to happen with this movie, that they're going to just go to all, because there's just so many of the games, you know, and they all have different characters in different ones, and I feel like they will do a similar sort of thing they did to the first movie. Well, I mean, the first movie, they had to introduce the characters, and they had to introduce the Mushroom Kingdom, but with this movie, those characters are developed. We know their backgrounds enough, so I feel like it'll be more focused on introducing new characters like Yoshi and Rosalina, and, you know, and the Lumas and that sort of thing. So that'll be good. I think it'll be nice to see these other very, very popular characters show up in the movie with the beautiful Illumination animation. I quite like Illumination Studios. I'm happy with how they went with the Mario movie, because I was very worried initially with the first movie that there was going to be just like minionized, you know. But they've kept very true to the source material. So I think just like my review of the first movie was that it's just fun. You know, like watching that movie felt like playing a Mario game. You get that same, like, this is just fun, you know, like it's pure, simple, and straightforward, just fun, you know. And so I'm feeling like that'll be pretty similar to this movie as well. Do you have any sort of thoughts or predictions or expectations for the Galaxy movie yourself, Spudling?
Well, I enjoyed the first one enough to sort of just go into it with a clear mind, nothing too built up. Obviously, there's going to be some things we know about, but honestly, this one I'm just happy to just go in blind and just let them throw all the Mario love our way.
Yeah, it's a treat for the fans, I know.
It was a little surprising how there was a couple of things they probably could have left out of some marketing material. So I won't go into exact detail, but it was one that I remember seeing it, hoping it was fake, and then seeing it was an official poster, and then being like, oh, this definitely would have been awesome to see unexpectedly in the movie.
Yeah,
but
that was
we get what we get. So.
Yeah, it was interesting that again, we won't talk about what was actually revealed, but it was on the social media, the official social media accounts for the Super Mario Galaxy movie, something that they released, which, yeah, I agree. I would have liked that to have been a really nice twist and a really nice surprise. So I'm not sure how that happened, but you know, it won't. There still could be surprises coming. Who knows? Maybe they were thinking, hey, we're going to reveal this because there's more surprises. I don't know. I choose to have a positive outlook to it, but I do agree. I wish that they had kept that a little secret, you know, but
just a little one, little itty bitty one.
You know, that would have been nice, but you know, still, it still should be enjoyable. And I have noticed that the movie, I mean, the cinema listing said it's 98 minutes. This time, of course, I don't know if that includes trailers or ads or whatever. But I feel like this one's a bit longer than the first movie. The first movie was really short.
It's a little bit more ambitious, this one.
Yeah, so I hope that it'll be. I hope we get to see lots of galaxies, because that's what the games are about. You know, like every place that Mario goes, and every galaxy he goes to is just like exciting and interesting and fun and, you know, unique. So I'm hoping that will be something that they will do. But some of the things that I did notice from the trailer, this is one of the things I did notice from one of the early trailers, which I was so excited to see because I am such a big sucker for Super Mario Odyssey. Super Mario Odyssey is my favorite. Again, we'll talk about that later. But so this is the scenes from one of the worlds from Odyssey. At least one of the ones I picked up. There could be more. I haven't done too deep of an analysis of anything. I will after the movie. But yeah, very excited to see these little guys again with the desert, because oh yeah, what a great level this is in Odyssey. I don't know if you recognize this one.
I certainly do.
Yeah. So seeing this as well made me think, okay, they're going to do similar to the first movie, where it's just a mishmash of of everything delightful across all the series, which is fun. You know, like I actually, with the press release this morning, when they were introducing the premiere, at the end, Shigeru Miyamoto did mention that he's like, there's a lot of Easter eggs this time. He said it again, just like he did last time. He's like, there's so many Easter eggs. He's like, try and count how many characters you can see in this movie and how many like little cameos and little Easter eggs you can count. Is what he said. So it's gonna be a treat. I feel like just like the first movie, you can watch it again and again and again and be like, oh, that's a cameo from Kid Icarus, or that's a cameo from this game, or from, oh, he's got an NES or something like that. So they're always really fun. I love those little treats that they've decided to put into the movies. So it will be pretty good.
I'm excited for our gold class release.
Yes, yeah, we're mega fans, so we're gonna go see it in gold class. Which this is why I remember the first movie being so short, because the last time I saw the first movie I went to see in gold class, and you get food during the gold class, and the guy that was setting us up, because they like take you to your seats and whatever, and order your food, and he was like, do you want all your food straight away because the movie's really short? And I was like, yes, bring it out straight away, thank you.
Oh, it's never a question. I'm always the worst with that. Like, would you like it during the trailers? I'm like, nah, I'm too much of a glutton, but it will disappear by the time the movie starts. So maybe a couple minutes in won't hurt.
Yeah, it is like that. And yeah, you eat everything before the movies even start sometimes. But yeah, it's good because I don't. You know, who goes to the cinema anymore? May as well for a good movie, enjoy ourselves. So speaking of the cinema though, and this is going to be different for all different countries, a few of the things have crossed over, but specifically for Australia, well not specifically, but some of the movie merch, cinema merch, is being kind of released or announced. So this is some of the ones. I don't know if I'm going to get clear pictures of it. Okay, so this is the Australian side. So we should get this stuff. Whether or not it's in stock is highly doubtful, but, you know, so they're doing... Maybe we'll do this image, because I think this one's a little bit...
Are we going to leave it as a surprise to see what's available when we get there? Or are we literally going to order some stuff and hopefully have it before we go to the movies?
Well, I don't know. Let's see what's there. I feel like, the biggest thing is this Yoshi popcorn bucket. I don't know if this is going to be in stock anywhere in Australia. I feel like it's already, because for some reason in Australia the cinemas have let you pre-order it. Like, you can buy this guy without seeing the movie. It's very strange. So I don't know if we'll find this guy, but to be honest, he doesn't look like the easiest character to eat popcorn out of.
Yeah, I've got big gorilla hands, so I'll be once I've eaten the overflow, you're gonna hear me struggling to get grains of popcorn, and I'll lose my mind. And the one thing I'm a little bit iffy on it is keeping it afterwards. It's just so big and bulky. I've still got the Detective Pikachu cup with the special Pikachu head on it that just sits at the top of my shelf. That's got more dust on it than anything, and I just wouldn't have space for it.
And then they fill it up with popcorn that's probably got butter and oil all over it, and getting it cleaned is so hard. It's just like, they're a bit gimmicky. I'm glad that it exists, and I hope that some mum buys it for their kids. Mum or dad, sorry, some family buys it for their children. That would be, like a kid getting that would be really good. But at the same time, I've seen social media posts of how big this guy is. And like, you could put him on a chair and he could be your child. Like, so I don't know if you want to hold that with dripping butter popcorn while you're in the dark in a cinema, but if you want to go for it, be my guest. But yeah, let's see if it is there. So they've also got the blanket as well, which looks it looks very Kmart like. But like, just bring a jacket. Sorry, I'm very opinionated on the merch at the moment.
Is this a sign of us getting old, where we're not even like we must have it? It's got Mario on it. We're like, maybe we don't need it. That's how we really know we're aging, aging poorly as well.
I know, right? That's for sure. Yeah, I mean, I do like it, but it's the same sort of thing. Like, some merch is just like, mass-produced rubbish, and others they put a lot of care and detail into it. I do see that there's care and detail into the Yoshi popcorn bucket, and I do think he's really adorable, but you know, it's up to you whether or not you buy this stuff. I'm a bit more like, I prefer to get the good quality stuff, because I do have I probably could bring my own popcorn bucket. I have a Superstar popcorn bucket from Super Nintendo World, which actually lights up. I'll probably bring that instead.
That will cause a ruckus.
I'll just like bring it up and be like, instead of the Yoshi, I'll be like, can you just fill this up? Fill me up.
You can be a little evil with that too, and just sort of go to a group and be like, oh yeah, they've got these limited edition just down that end. They quickly run out to try and get it, especially if they don't realise it's Super Nintendo World merch. Could be very sneaky with it.
I think I should do that, because I have quite a bit of Super Nintendo World, the theme park merch. I'm tempted to wear that, just like walk in with my hat. They'll be like, where do you get the hat? And I'll be like, yeah, over there.
Well, big question.
Yeah.
Do I rock up in my live action Mario outfit?
Sorry, I didn't even let you answer. I'm just like, yes. Yes, dress up, man. We're going to do the whole thing where you walk up to the counter and then they'll be like, what movie do you want to see? And they look at us and we're all dressed.
2 tickets to June, please.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I'm going to dress up for sure. Maybe it's up to you. Whatever's comfortable, even just a Mario hat. Will be fine. But yeah, I do really like these little Luma key rings. I think these are adorable. Is Luma the right word for them? Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm a new Galaxy man.
Yeah.
I know, right? It's Luma's ring. The ones that eat the star things and then they explode and turn into a universe. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm an expert on the topic. These are really sweet, I think. So, yeah, who knows? If you guys can get your hands on some of these and you want it and you're a popcorn container connoisseur, go for it. They seem to be selling in Australia specifically. See, already stuff is sold out. So some of the stuff is available if you can get some of it. Why not? It's a treat. Treat yourself.
Seeing some of that's actually left over from like 5 to 10-year-old Mario stock anyway. So the Mario Guess Who, that's been sitting on shelves for decades.
This is $40, eh? This is just cinemas trying to make as much money as possible. But I do like the embossed popcorn tin. This seems reasonable. You can use this again for something else afterwards.
That's probably what I would go for.
Yeah.
And you'll be able to use it. You'll be able to repurpose that as well. But the Yoshi one's very specific.
We're gonna like dig on the Yoshi one, and then we're actually gonna go to the cinema and both get them.
We won't tell anyone in the podcast. We'll dunk on it, be like, nah, we're grown adults that can make responsible decisions, and then there we are spending $200 to $300 on merch.
Yeah, I know. We're gonna
zero integrity.
For sure. Oh man, but yeah. So these are the merch that will be, for the most part, if it's in stock, available in Australia. I've seen a few different things overseas. I think there's like so actually this might be the collective movie collectibles. Yeah, this is another one I saw before. It's like a square cup. But why? Why? That was a choice. I don't know if I can make that bigger. So small.
That's worse!
Literally zooming in. It's terrible quality, but you can see what I mean. It's a square cup. And that Yoshi, they've shrunk that down a lot more than it actually is. Can you imagine getting a cup as big as the Yoshi? Bigger than the Yoshi. Yeah. Nah, they'll have some good collectibles. I like the poster. I think that's probably I really like the poster style that they've done for that. And also as well on the Nintendo Today app, if you're really super hyped about this movie, there is also collectible cards that you can log in every day to get the cards, like digital trading cards. I've been doing it for the mostly every day. I've probably skipped a few days. But I highly suspect that it will continue on for the whole time the movie is screening in cinemas. So hopefully you can get those cards if you really like the artwork for the movie. And also as well, it says on there that at the cinemas there is a place where you can scan something. So there should be like a QR code, probably like how the cardboard cutouts of the movie sometimes. You can apparently scan something there and then unlock like a photo booth kind of frame thing or something. At least that's what the app says. Haven't done it yet, but all little extra things. If you're making a day out of it, I know I'm making a day out of it, so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So yeah, this is a different one. Super Mario Combo. This one's Australia, eventcinemas.com.au. This one is like a cup with a keyring character keychain. Okay. Enhance image. There we go. It's a bit bigger.
Well, that done really well.
Yeah.
See, that's not too bad. That's not so invasive.
Put your glasses on that. Yeah, no, this is good. Yeah, because apparently there's a few different. Looks like a flat acrylic keychain that attaches to the drink. That's pretty nice. I think that's cool. So it'll be a surprise. Who knows what will be at your cinema when you go to see it? It looks like there's just random stuff everywhere. But it's good to have something. It's nice to get a little gift of the event. Yeah. Speaking of merch, if you're into merch, I keep aware of some merch. I don't know if it's all good. Also, McDonald's. This is an ad.
Oh boy.
McDonald's has got Happy Meals. I won't talk. If I talk too much about this, I feel like I'm advertising for everything. But yeah, McDonald's has also got some Happy Meals, which I think I haven't got any of them yet. I believe they're out in Australia at the moment. Let me see. We'll just briefly have a little look at it. Let's see. Happy Meal. Yeah, I'll put Australia on here. Because who knows? Like if you're going with your kids and you want to get some stuff, I think these are the ones. I don't know about the Luma one though.
Are you sure McDonald's isn't sponsoring you for today's episode?
I feel like I should ask them for a cut of every Happy Meal. That's terrible quality. Hold on.
Zoom in, enhance.
Zoom in and enhance.
Enhance.
These are the old ones. They're the old ones. The Mario Kart one. That was a fun time. I got so many peaches. I don't know if I can find I don't think I can find a high quality image of it. They're all a bit rubbish. But anyways, yeah, they are key rings. That one's not too bad. So they are with Happy Meals in Australia at the moment. Who knows how long they're going to last in stock. There are some little key rings that you can get, Happy Meal quality merch key rings. They're kind of like little standees, and then they've got a little section at the back where you can turn them into a key ring. They're sweet. I'm sure it'd make some kids happy. I love that they're all like, oh yeah, we've got Mario, we've got Luigi, and then Birdo. just Birdo. Because Birdo's a main character.
It's going to be getting some loving in Galaxy from some of the trailers we've seen.
Yeah, who knows? Well, that's true. Maybe Birdo's. It's time for Birdo's cameo. So yeah, some of the little key rings and merch and stuff that's gonna come out. So you're interested? Check them out. Yeah, we won't talk too much more on that. So yeah, all right. So moving on, So yeah, in summary, we're very excited for the movie. We're gonna have. I'll go back to that a bit. We're very excited for the movie. We're gonna have a good time, and I'm sure it'll be very enjoyable, just like the first movie. So later on, we'll have more to talk about our reactions to it. I think we can leave it at that. So moving on. Let's talk about Super Mario Wonder.
Oh, mainly my area, because you haven't actually jumped on this one as of yet, have you?
I haven't. I'm very behind. Very behind.
Okay, so we'll just add that to the tally of being let down for the podcast. What are we up to now?
I'm so unprofessional, I know. But yeah, so Super Mario Wonder.
It's called market research, and you need to be up to date.
I almost played a video then. I'm a very casual enjoyer. Alright, there we go. Yeah, so Super Mario Brothers Wonder, the Nintendo Switch 2 edition also has Meet Up in Bellabelle Park DLC. which I will play, but I haven't had a chance to yet because I blame Pokopia.
I'll bully you into playing it.
It's on
So
my
I've been
list.
very happy with the extra content with it.
Yeah, is it a lot of content?
I'll probably say it's an extra 30 to 40% of what just the base Switch 1 version Wonder was. So I was silly enough that 100%ed it for the week of release when it came out anyway. Just all this extra content, I've been ready to go straight away. Whereas if someone just bought the Switch 2 edition without ever playing Wonder before, they may not exactly know what's new, or they might not be able to do some of the Bella Bell Park stuff. They might have to wait till after the campaign. I wasn't sure how they programmed it in. But all the extra content's been nice.
So do you have to finish the main game before you can get to the Bella Bell Park bit, or?
I already had a complete save file prior to anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
So it was just like a smooth. I've loaded up for the first time in a few months, and it's we've got all this new stuff.
Yeah. Because I think they did. I'm terrible. I should have researched this, but did they release the Switch 2 edition before the DLC, or did they? I think they came out at the same time.
Yeah, all came out as once.
Okay, yeah, because I know sometimes with the Switch 2 edition, sometimes they kind of separate them, sometimes they're together. But yeah, Wonder is I have a interesting relationship with Wonder. I haven't enjoyed it as much yet. But that said, though, I know, terrible. I'm like, should I tell everyone what I've been calling it? I've been calling it a bit of Super Mario Bros. Dunder. It's not.
Cannot
really,
believe this.
I know, right? I'm a fake fan. That said,
what would Shigeru think?
I'm disappointing him. That said, though,
again.
He's busy at the moment. He's busy with Jack Black and Jack Black announcing the movie. So, I'm quite willing to give Wonder another go at some point. And this DLC, maybe this will be, the refresh that I need for this game.
Well, just a quick little plug as well to confirm.
Yep.
You do unlock Bella Bell Park after just a few levels of the main story. So if you're just starting fresh on the Switch 2 edition,
yep.
Once you probably do maybe the first world, the rest will unlock. It will unlock for you, which does come with all your extra modes, which is very new and fresh for a Mario series.
Yeah. I mean, I think so. I do have to finish it before I can get the DLC. Anyway, so my plan is planning. It's going well. Definitely, I'm keen on giving this another go. And I think it should be fun. So have you actually, did you say you finished the DLC already or not yet?
I've finished the story aspect of the DLC.
Yeah.
Which then unlocks a few extra aspects, like sort of a challenge mode, if you may. Kind of like a Scouts mode where you got certain objectives, you get some badges, and it's just polishing up.
Yeah. So, is it mainly Rosalina that's been added with Bella Bell Park? Is that what it is?
Characters? The whole park itself is new.
Yeah.
And Rosalina was an added character, of course, with the added Luma character for the 2-player mode, which does actually help if you're like playing with a younger sibling or playing with a young child.
Or someone very terrible at Mario like me.
Yeah, so you'll be my Luma for probably 101% of the time.
The Player 2 controller that's not plugged in, that's the one you'd give me.
Yep. Make sure it's not been synced in, absolutely.
Perfect.
It's just a few new extra levels spread around the map. They introduced the Koopalings to play as, so all the boss battles in them, they're mostly unique. Some of them were quicker than expected, but it was a nice little add-on. Like, enough to not have to grind out for weeks and weeks to 100%.
Yes.
I'm probably not too much further. I just love the new co-op and multiplayer modes. So there's different ways you can race through a level. There's different ways you can just play a particular version. There's a hide and seek.
Okay.
There's a mode that's been really fun. I've been playing that with a couple friends. And just some of the race modes, it gets intense because there's no collision for the online mode, so you can't be bumping into each character and a character can't jump on you over a ditch and then make you die. You're all it's a free-for-all trying to race to the end.
Yeah, it sounds like they've added a good amount of content. Because I think it's only like $30. So would you say it's $30 worth of extra content?
To most people, just. But
Just
to
enough,
the
yeah.
anything less would have been like, oh, really? Honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if there's the sort of the hardcore fans that might not be too happy. They'll probably think that they'll finish it in 2 or 3 days and be like, oh, is that it?
Yeah.
But obviously, if you're that hardcore of a fan anyway, you probably wouldn't have even questioned it. You would have gotten it anyway.
So you're saying you're a hardcore fan and I'm a casual?
No.
No, it looks really good. Yeah, I'm definitely keen on giving it a go. I think, yeah, if you have to finish the main campaign, I like finishing the main campaign before I dive into any DLC. But yeah, so that's something. Yeah, that's
So add it to the list of things I'll bully you about until you finish
my
it.
never-ending list of unfinished Mario games. Yeah, so check that out if you're interested. But yeah, nice to have something a little bit extra to play. So yeah, we're up to our last segment of the podcast. We've got one more. My mistake. So we're going to go on to our on this day game releases.
Oh yes, prefer you're gonna grow a few extra grey hairs from this one.
I was going to say, but basically make Pikachu feel extra old by reminding her about games that have come out what feels like 2 years ago, but is actually 15 years ago. So hit me. What came out on this day, X amount of years ago? What came out?
So mainly Nintendo based for now. We've got Yoshi's Crafted World for the Switch. Came out 7 years ago. And to think it was already 7 years ago, that's crazy. We're almost at the decade mark for Switch. that does hurt a little.
That's painful.
And well, just a smaller one in 2002. Fire Emblem Sword of Seals for Game Boy Advance released in Japan.
Yep.
The one that hurts the most, though, this isn't Nintendo related, so I apologise for getting off topic a bit. RuneScape, that I played for at least a decade, came out 25 years ago. Okay?
There you go.
To think, obviously now it's under old school RuneScape.
Yeah.
But to think, 20 for like 2.5 decades. That's. I don't. It sort of puts into perspective how much time has passed. Then I remember growing up and seeing parents that walk by, watching me play games, and be like, "Oh, I wish I had these games growing up." But oddly enough, that was only when I was playing the Super Nintendo. So I'm like, but I did play a bit of Atari growing up.
Yeah.
I had one of them for a few years. So I do understand the 8-bit basic left to right, up to down. 8 direction movements. So I do see that perspective, but now I really sort of know what they mean by it. Like 25 years ago, one of the games I played the most on computer, Chaos, because that was one I never even went through. I had to go through a game website. If anyone jumped on Miniclip games,
yeah, I remember.
It was a link. It was a link through there that I went on to play RuneScape, not the actual RuneScape website.
Oh, okay.
That's how I found it.
So what you're saying is RuneScape Switch port when?
Confirmed end of this year.
End of this year. We just randomly
I must say, I have... It's always such a cop-out with a lot of YouTube. They're like, oh, I have trusted sources, and it's just some guy that's made 100 predictions and 3 of them have come true. So everyone's like, oh my god, he's like an oracle. He can tell the future.
I can guarantee that no one else but us would predict a RuneScape OG RuneScape port for the Switch. I mean, it's got mouse mode.
Well, my uncle works at Nintendo, which I won't say what position he holds or how long he's been there or what he actually does, but my uncle works there and he saw some developers working on a RuneScape port for Switch 2. Heard it here first.
It comes out summer this year. Which summer? You don't know. Southern or
do not
Northern
date
Hemisphere.
this episode. I know we've just talked about Mario Galaxy and it's about to come out, so some people date it. We can cut that out. Just get rid of it all. RuneScape's coming to Switch 2.
How did we get here? Yeah.
This is exactly why we do this segment. We can tangent off in any direction. Oh, Lego Star Wars for Game Boy Advance is 21 years old too,
They
just in
released
case you
that on
didn't know.
GBA. I remember the
Yeah,
PlayStation version. I don't remember the GBA one. Is that good?
Let's say no. It being the GBA version of a Lego game.
I was thinking just before with movies and movie tie-in games. Of course, obviously Mario Galaxy was a game beforehand, but do you remember when movie tie-in games were a thing? They were huge. You get like Shrek would come out, and then like every single platform out on the world would get a Shrek game. You know,
you're seeing the DS version, then playing the PS2 version, and you know they're two different games. You know the quality and the difference is garbage, but you're just like, nah, I need both of these. I need Shrek SummerSlam for my Wii, my PS2, and my Game Boy Advance.
It's like, it's so crazy because I feel like DreamWorks used to make a lot of games like that. I remember, you know, they'd release like Kung Fu Panda, and they'd release Kung Fu Panda on the DS and GBA and then PC or something, you know, like they and like you said, every single game would be different, and it was all just like movie slop, and that's kind of disappeared, you know, like thank God. Thank God it's gone, but like for a while, yeah, you'd always, yeah, they did that a lot. So weird, hey? The way games have changed, trends have changed. We still have some like TV-based, you know, series, games, and that sort of thing. Obviously, this one's a bit different, but yeah. Let's leave it in the past. Let's leave it there.
We just know it's going to be a crazy podcast once in the next, if RuneScape gets announced in the next 6 to 12 months.
We're going to go viral.
We will go bananas.
You heard it here first. RuneScape for the Switch 2. It's coming. It's confirmed by me. By Pikachu and Spudling. Proof is me.
Then my secret non-existent uncle that works at Nintendo is going to get tested for more sources of information, so I'm going to have to pull that out of the hat.
You better warn him, because people are going to, the Nintendo ninjas are going to track him down. Spudling's uncle. That's literally his name.
That's his name.
Spudling's uncle. Oh, man.
Uncle Spudling's uncle.
But
oh dear.
Yeah. Right, well, I think that's we'll leave that for that now. To get a little bit more on topic, we'll finish up a little bit with just a couple of our Mario memories. So I think the first one's a big one, and I'm hoping that you'll remember, because you're so old, you're an old man. What was your first Mario game? Your very first. Now, I'm not talking first one you finished. I'm talking just the very first one you picked up and played and discovered, hey, this is a character called Mario. Hit me.
I would have to dive deep into the memory banks, but you could say the first actual Mario game was Mario World on SNES.
Lovely.
But then really think about it, I also had Super Mario Kart at the same time. So if you're counting that as a Mario title,
yes, I have.
it's actually probably a coin flip on which one was exactly first. Because just when my memories start, I just remember playing either of those two. Which one came first, I don't actually remember. But I remember having both, playing both, struggling in Mario World, nights and nights and nights strung together of trying to beat a certain level. I keep gaming over, so I reset, so have a bit of a tantrum, then I jump onto Super Mario Kart, then I struggle in that for another. I was like 4 years old at the time, so obviously wasn't.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's still far from the world's greatest now. Still got a lot to work on. But obviously, I can play my way through Super Mario World without issue these days.
And that's like, the older games were like that. I mean, obviously when you're a kid, things are more difficult, and also gaming was kind of in its early infancy as well. So it takes, you know, like, we forget it because we're gamers and we know how to do everything. But for someone, when they're new to how to use a controller, you got to press this button at this time to do that action. Like, that takes, you know, it's like a motor skill. And also, old games were hard. Super Mario World, the old games were especially harder than the newer ones because they wanted to get you to play it as long as possible, and making them hard was a technique. But yeah, Super Mario World, what a great, like, that's a good one to start with, you know. and Mario Kart as well. So you played your first Mario Kart was SNES one as well. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah, that's nice. Like, it's still, a lot of people have so much nostalgia for SNES, and I feel like it's one of the consoles where the games are still very beautiful now. Like they're perfectly playable all these years later, because the pixels, like the old kind of retro style is still quite popular, a bit ageless, I guess you could say. Fun is
These were
fun
a
is fun,
time,
so.
like this was a time where the visuals weren't quite there, so much more effort went into story, soundtrack, and actual gameplay.
Yeah.
Whereas now sometimes you could probably just have a few games that put everything into a graphical overhaul. People would forget, like just say your latest shooter that's come, like latest first person that's come out this year, like your latest COD or Battlefield, sure, may look really good, but do you really have the same, oh my god, I love this so much, are you going to remember an exact particular scene of a part of a story from it? But there were times, especially Donkey Kong Country 2, that soundtrack was always
So
that's
good.
etched in my memory. I remember I hear Sticker Brush Symphony, and I remember it being 3 a.m, me being upset because I lost on a level, got game over, I woke up my grandma, and then she whacked me with a wooden spoon.
Childhood
Those
memories,
always be etched in my mind. Like, obviously you love every bit of it, but you just hear, a game's put in a lot of effort to soundtrack and story when you hear a sound, and it already unlocks multiple memories.
Oh yeah, it's the beauty of nostalgia. You get the memory of not just the game, but the surrounding events around it. And where you were, and who, what your grandma whacking you with a wooden spoon felt like. But yeah, no, that's some good games to start with for sure.
Well, how about yours? What console, what generation did you begin with?
So my very first Mario game was actually on the Game Boy Pocket.
Ooh.
I borrowed my older brother's Game Boy Pocket, and it was Super Mario Land. Am I gonna
the first one? Excellent.
The very first one. This one's super. I have to check the names because I want to get the names wrong. Super Mario Land was my very first one. So for me, like you said, the music of this game is so nostalgic. It's such a banger. I just remember, because on the Game Boy you had the chiptune little sound speakers in them.
Yes.
Just the opening level, I have very, very strong memories of playing and then dying, and playing and then dying, because I don't know how old I was, but I was too young to be able to figure out how to play Super Mario Land. I think I only got to maybe World 2, and the story is so random. Well, if you could even call it story, like the monsters are so strange in Super Mario Land. You've got like pyramids, and you're like fighting like a lion statue or a sphinx. That's it. Like you go to the sphinxes, and I don't think it even had. I don't know if it had coins in it as well. I think it just had like little black.
Oh, there were coins.
Little coins.
Little blobs on the screen.
Little blobs, which I think were considered coins. But yeah, this was, I think I reckon my brother probably got this game with his Game Boy when he got the Game Boy Pocket. So I used to share a lot with my brothers. But this was the first one for me. I still have it, that I'd like to go back and actually properly get to the end. I have replayed a bit of it on the Virtual Console. But yeah, as a child, just a lot of the games that I played initially on the Game Boy, I couldn't finish because I just didn't have the, like I played my first Zelda game was also on Zelda that Nintendo's forgotten about 40th anniversary. But yeah, but the Zelda game was also.
What's Zelda?
What's Zelda? Yeah, was Oracle of Seasons, Oracle Seasons was my first Zelda. And if you play that one, like back then, they didn't tell you where to go. You didn't have the internet to Google anything. If you were lucky, you might be able to go to your store and buy a walkthrough magazine or something. But other than that, unless you could either figure it out yourself or you had someone around you tell you where to go, you get lost. So I just remember, same with Super Mario Land, I would just redo the first world or the first level over and over and over and over again, and then just die. But still, what a classic. What a great game for like I think this was the debut game for the Game Boy initially, so the debut Mario game, I should say. A pretty good, yeah. I think the sequels have got a lot better with they figured out the pixels style a little bit better with the other ones, but still for me, yeah, this one's a good classic.
Another alternative is if you had hundreds of dollars, you could call the Nintendo hotline.
Yeah, I mean, do you think that worked in Australia? You reckon?
Oh, heavens no. Oh, it would have been. Oh, there may have been an Australian version, but
yeah.
I'm picturing just. Can you imagine getting someone that hadn't played the game on the hotline? You're just like, oh, I'm stuck at this part in Zelda. He's like, I don't know what in God's name you're talking about, but now I've got to try and make it look like I do. So, have you tried going left instead of right? So you're like,
yeah, that's
no,
thing.
I haven't.
That's the thing. If you rung that service and asked for help, it's not like they could Google it. No, you couldn't Google anything. You didn't have that resource. We're so old. when the podcast, we were like, we're just old. We're old. But you know, I could imagine them. You know, if you did call that and be like, hey, I'm stuck in Super Mario Land or whatever. I'm stuck in Zelda. Where do I go? I bet you they had the books. And they're probably opening the books and like going through and going, oh yeah, this is where you go on the level. But yeah, older games were like that. You had to, you know, you didn't necessarily get through the games. But either way, I had a really good time playing on my Game Boy Pocket with no backlight. But the sound was just, yeah, what a great game. What a great first Mario game. So yeah. Yes, I think we can pretty much leave it at that, unless you have any other thoughts and memories for Mario.
Oh, they'll probably come flooding back now. They've brought up the being beaten with a stick at 3 in the morning. But if it helps, I deserved every last one.
It's like the get off the Nintendo, and it's always been a Nintendo. You remember that time, like even if it was an Xbox,
everything is a Nintendo.
If it was a PlayStation, it's like get off the Nintendo. It's an Xbox. But yeah, that's childhood memories, and you know that's why this franchise, you know, Mario was so important to so many people, because it just, you know, it goes back so far. And so yeah, I'm excited to have those little Easter eggs and those little, you know, I'm excited for RuneScape to come to the Switch too. Can't wait for that. That's gonna be a banger. You heard it here first.
If that gets announced, we're doing a podcast straight away. We're releasing an emergency podcast.
100%, yeah.
And I'm sure Nintendo will be contacting me for who my uncle is at HQ.
All right. So yeah, I hope you're all excited for the Galaxy movie as well. Let us know in the comments below if you're on YouTube. If you're on Spotify, actually, I think there is a comment section on Spotify as well. Please feel free to give us a like, give us a subscribe, all of that social media junk. Let us know what you're excited for the Galaxy movie and what you think is, you know, gonna be in it. And yeah, I hope that if you do go and see the movie, you'll have as much fun as we will, because next podcast when we talk about it, it's gonna be a good one. We're gonna be very happy.
Very controversial and very sudden.
Yeah.
I hadn't actually discussed this with you prior to starting today's podcast.
Yeah.
But put in the comments, if anyone does comment, is a Mario game complete when you finish the story, or you've collected all the stars? A good example of this will be Mario Galaxy. Is that considered complete once you get 60 stars and you defeat Bowser? Or is it complete once you've got all 120 stars? Please, honest opinions. This will settle a decade-long debate between Pikachu and I.
There you go.
Yeah, she didn't know that I was going to ask this, but I need to know, and it's for my peace of mind, essentially. But I'm on the perspective of it's not complete until you've done everything in the game.
I'm of the mindset that if you get to the end of the story and you've got enough of the stars that the story ends, it's finished. So is it
But
finished?
what's stopping me from getting 3 stars, viewing the credits, and be like, oh, done. There we go.
Look, I have a very limited amount of time until the movie comes out. I have 3 days. I gotta get through the games. But yeah, let us know. Let us know what your opinions on Spudling's hot take is.
Yeah, when
And how
is
much
a
you
Mario
agree
game
with
complete?
me. Let me know how much you agree with me, because I'm very clearly right in that the game is finished when you call it finished.
Ooh, very, very upsetting. But yeah, please let us know.
Alright, so thank you so much for joining us for this extra long Supermate 64 podcast. Thank you for staying to the end. We appreciate you. We appreciate your time. And we'll be back again after the movie with more random predictions. Nintendo. Alright, bye everyone. Bye.
See you guys.